Hey everybody, it's Keegan here, and welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with a brand new video for you guys. And I just want to make this intro pretty quick, so today I'm going to be giving you guys my first ever collection video. And for my first collection video, I'm going to be showing off my Blu-rays. So I have a lot of Blu-rays. I have a total of 130 Blu-rays, I'd say. Well, the title of the video says, how many do I have? So I'm just going to pull them out one by one and say a little or say nothing at all about them, but I won't say too much about them because it'll take too long. So without further ado, let's get started. And I organized them all in alphabetical order, and this is a big shelf as well. So let's get started. And we're gonna start up here with the box sets. So the first box set we have up here is the Before Trilogy Criterion box set. I recently picked this up off Amazon. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm hoping to check them out soon. I've been really wanting to get this box set for a long time, so now I finally got it. And I'm not going to pull out the rest of these box sets. So right there we have the Dark Knight Trilogy box set, which includes all three of the Dark Knight movies. The Dark Knight's probably the best one out of all of them. Then we have the Die Hard collection, which comes with all five of the Die Hard movies. First one's the best in my opinion. The sequels are pretty good. Well, A Good Day to Die Hard, the fifth movie, is complete garbage. And then we have the James Bond collection box set. It has all the James Bond movies so far until the new one comes out, which I'm really excited for. Hopefully it'll be good. And then this one's not really a box set, but I have it up here anyways. This is the Jaws VHS box release. I bought at Best Buy last year. Really cool release. And then we have the West Side Story 50th Anniversary Edition box set, which is the rarest box set that I own. I bought that at Shoppers Drug Mart about 2 years ago, I'd say. I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but it is a really cool box set. You get like, what do you get it? A soundtrack disc, a biography book, and pictures of cards of like the theatrical posters of when the movie came out back in the 1961, so that's a really cool box set. And then we have the X-Men collection box set, which comes with X-Men X2, X-Men The Last Stand, X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, and X-Men Apocalypse. I've only seen the first three movies. I haven't watched the other three movies yet, but I'll get around to watching them eventually. So now we're going on to the shelf. This is row one, and we're going to start off here with the 3:10 to Yuma remake. I haven't seen the original, but I have seen this movie, and I thought it was pretty good. I'll probably check out the original someday. And then we have the 10 Cloverfield Lane Steelbook, which is the very first Steelbook I ever got. I do have the first Cloverfield on DVD. 21 grams. Good movie. By the way, 10 Cloverfield Lane is a good movie. And then we have 30 Days a Night. Pretty solid vampire movie. Apocalypto. Now this Blu-ray right here is out of print, and if you see this one in a store, I highly recommend you pick it up because it's really hard to find. I found this at a store called Revolver last summer, so I had to pick it up. It's a pretty good movie. Pretty good movie that Mel Gibson directed. Arrival. Fantastic movie. I really enjoyed that movie. Audition. This is the Arrow video release. This is the only Arrow video release that I own, but I'm sure I'll get more Arrow video releases someday. I haven't checked this movie out yet, but I'll probably check it out eventually. And if anyone's wondering why is this my thumb red, my thumb was bleeding before I made this video. So, yeah. Anyways, next up we have The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Pretty good horror movie. I enjoyed this one. It's a really creepy movie, too. I liked it. Next, we have Avatar, one of the first Blu-rays I ever got. Well, actually, the second Blu-ray I ever got. The first Blu-ray I ever got was Hotel for Dogs, which I used to have, but I got rid of it. This movie's pretty good. I don't think a sequel is really necessary, but whatever, it's going to happen. But I think a sequel is not really necessary. And I remember seeing this movie in theaters back in 2009 with my mom, my friend, and my brother. But this was a pretty good movie nonetheless. Baby Driver. I really enjoyed this movie. I saw it in the theater the day after my 16th birthday with my brother back in 2017. And one of my favorite movies of 2017. And good movie. I enjoyed it. Next we have Bad Santa. This is the unrated version and director's cut. I believe this was also John Ritter's last movie. This movie came out the same year when he passed away in 2003. This movie's hilarious. I love this movie. It's really funny. I don't have the sequel, but I'll probably get it someday. Then we have Batman, the 89 movie. I really enjoyed this one. I loved this movie when I was younger. I don't have the other Batman movies, but I'll get them eventually, except for Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin's garbage. Next we have Blade Runner, the final cut. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought this was a really great sci-fi movie from the 80s. And rest in peace, Rutger Hauer, who played as the main villain. He passed away last summer. But really great movie. Rest in peace, Rutger Hauer. I don't have Blade Runner 2049 yet, but I'll get it someday. Then we have Blue is the Warmest Color, Criterion. Beautiful movie. I really enjoyed that movie. Blue Velvet, the only David Lynch movie I own. And I know there's a Criterion collection release of this. I'll probably get it someday. But for now, I'll just have the regular Blu-ray. Really good movie, although it is a really strange movie. But I recommend it, though. It's a really good movie. Really strange movie, too. Next is Boogie Nights. I actually just watched this for the first time a few months ago. This was an awesome movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a really great movie. Moving on, we have Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm a big fan of Bohemian Rhapsody. This is the filmography about the lead singer of the band, Freddie Mercury. Now, there was a lot of controversy behind this movie about the director, which I'm not going to get into in this video. But, yeah, other than that, I enjoyed this movie. The director should be ashamed of himself. He's a pedophile. Bryan Singer. Brokeback Mountain. I really enjoyed this movie. It's one of Heath Ledger's best movies he was in my opinion. May he rest in peace. I actually watched it for the first time last summer, and I really enjoyed it. Really great movie. It's a really sad movie, too. Next, we have Candyman, the Scream Factory release. One of the only Scream Factory Blu-rays that I own. Pretty good horror movie. I like it. I know there's a remake for it coming out. I think it's supposed to be coming out this year or next year, but I'm not sure, though. But I know there's a remake coming out. I don't think a remake is necessary, though. Next, we have Capote. Not much to say about this movie other than it's a good movie, and Philip Seymour Hoffman did a good job in that movie. Casino, Martin Scorsese is one of my favorite movie directors. I really enjoyed this movie. It's a long movie, though. It's technically 3 hours, but it's 2 hours and 59 minutes long, but it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. Cold Pursuit, I didn't really care for that one. Clockwork Orange, watched it for the first time 2 or 3 months ago. Weird movie, but a really good movie, too. Closer, I enjoyed it. The Crazies Remake, have never seen the original, but I have seen the remake, and I thought it was pretty good. I'll probably check out the original someday. Dallas Buyers Club, excellent movie. I highly recommend that one. Dances with Wolves, Steelbook. This is a Shout/Scream Factory release. Really cool release. This one actually includes both the extended cut and the theatrical version. I have seen the theatrical version, but I've never watched the extended cut because the extended cut is almost 4 hours long. I'll probably watch the extended cut one day, but this is a really good movie. I enjoy it. Dead Poet Society. I haven't checked it out yet. Next, we have The Departed, one of my favorite movies of all time. And probably my favorite Martin Scorsese movie. I really enjoyed it. Well, this is my opinion at least. This is my favorite Martin Scorsese movie. Despicable Me, the first one. I don't have the sequels, but I like it. I think this is the best one in the series. Second one's pretty good. I didn't like the third one, and Minions was okay. I know there's a new one coming out this year. Minions: The Rise of Gru. But, yeah. Next up, we have Django Unchained. Probably my second favorite Tarantino movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a awesome movie. Really good performances. Especially from Christoph Waltz, who's that guy right there. Overall, just an awesome movie. Next we have the Dr Strangelove Steelbook. Really cool Steelbook. Hilarious movie. Dressed to Kill, Criterion. Pretty good thriller from Brian De Palma. Next we have Drive. I recently just checked this movie out, and I did a review of this movie yesterday. Check it out if you haven't. Amazing movie. Easy Rider Steelbook. Cool Steelbook. Good movie. 8th Grade, fantastic movie. I really enjoyed that movie. Next we have Escape from New York, Screen Factory Steelbook. Pretty good movie. Really cool Steelbook. I think Escape from LA is getting a Screen Factory release. I'm not sure if it's going to get a Steelbook release, though. Hopefully. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Not a bad movie. Eyes Wide Shut. Great final movie from Stanley Kubrick. The Fault in Our Stars. I enjoy that one. A Few Good Men. I enjoyed that one as well. Fight Club. Good movie. The book to it is also great. Full Metal Jacket. Another Stanley Kubrick movie. Awesome movie. One of the best war movies ever made. This one is The Game, Criterion. David Fincher, another one of my favorite directors. Pretty good movie. Kind of stupid at the end, though. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. Gangs in New York, another Martin Scorsese movie. I actually haven't checked it out yet. I'll probably check it out someday. I hear it's supposed to be really good, though. Ghost in the Shell, the original. This is the Steelbook. I'm not really too big into anime, but I wanted to check this movie out to see what it's like. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great movie. Although I'm not really too big into anime, like I said before, but it's a good movie. Glass. I didn't really like this movie at all. I do have Unbreakable and Split on DVD. I only have this one on Blu-ray. And yeah, I didn't really like this movie at all. The first two movies were good, though. Unbreakable and Split. Next, we have The Godfather Coppola Restoration. Includes all three of the Godfather movies. The Godfather Part 2 and The Godfather Part 3. Personally, I think The Godfather Part 2 is the best, in my opinion. The Godfather 1 is still a masterpiece. And The Godfather Part 3 is not that bad, in my opinion. I don't mind Part 3. Although it's not as good as the first two movies, though. But it's not bad. Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The only MCU movies I own on Blu-ray, but I'll get the other MCU movies on Blu-ray eventually. I'm not really in too big of a rush to getting them all. But both good movies, although I like the first one better than the second one. But the second one's not a bad sequel. Next we have Hacksaw Ridge. Pretty good war movie. The Hangover Part 2, that's actually my parents' Blu-ray. I don't think I've ever watched it. I have seen the first movie, though. It's funny. I'm not going to pull up these ones because I don't feel like it. Then we have Hell or High Water. Pretty good movie. Her, I haven't checked it out yet. Hereditary, that's a really creepy movie. High Tension, that's a crazy horror movie. Hitch is not a bad movie. The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. I don't have the first two Hobbit movies on Blu-ray, but I have that one, and I don't have the Lord of the Rings movies on Blu-ray, but I'll get them someday. I enjoy the Hobbit movies, although they're not as good as the Lord of the Rings movies, but I enjoy them for what they are. Then we have Home Alone. I loved that movie when I was younger. And then we have Hustle and Flow. I also really enjoyed that movie. I like that one. I thought that was underrated. And now we're on the second row. We're starting this row off with The Incredibles 2. I don't know why the French language is in front, but no big deal. Pretty good sequel. Not as good as the first one, but I enjoyed it for what it is. I do apologize if the camera's a little shaky. I'm just using my arm's just a little tired. Anyways, next up we have Inglorious Basterds. Probably my third favorite Tarantino movie. It's an awesome movie. I really enjoyed it. Jackie Brown, another Tarantino movie. Good movie. I've only seen it once, though. I would probably like to give that movie a second watch someday. But it's a good movie from what I remember. Then we have John Wick, the first one. I don't have the sequels, but I'll get them someday. And I really enjoyed this movie. It's a really good action movie from the last decade. Not gonna lie, when I first saw the trailer to this movie, I thought this movie was gonna suck, but I was wrong. This was actually a pretty good movie. Then we have Joker. One of my favorite movies from last year. I love this movie. I saw it in the theater. It was an awesome movie. I recently picked this up on Blu-ray. I'm definitely going to give this a watch. A second watch sometime soon. But awesome movie if you haven't seen it. Then we have The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Really strange movie, but a really good movie. This is kind of one of those movies you might have to watch twice or more to understand it. But other than that, it's a really good movie. Really strange movie, too. Then we have another Tarantino movie. Well, this is a double feature, which includes Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2. Both good movies. I think I like Volume 1 a little better, though. Then we have the Lego Movie and the Lego Movie 2, the second part. The first one's good. The second one was okay. I wasn't a big fan of the second one, but the first one was good, though. Then we have the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou Criterion. Really cool Criterion. I like the artwork, too, on the cover. And good movie. I enjoy it. Really underrated movie, too. Logan. I enjoyed this one. It's the last X-Men movie to have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Then we have The Missionist. This is a really strange movie. But a really good movie, too. I enjoyed it. It was a really strange movie. I recommend it if you haven't seen it. Although it is a pretty strange movie, though. I liked it. It's a good thriller with Christian Bale. Then we have the very first Criterion I ever bought, The Manchurian Candidate. This is the original movie, not the remake. But I really enjoyed this one. I've only seen it once, though. I'd like to give it a second watch someday. I really enjoyed it. And, yeah. Then we have another one of my favorite movies from last year, Midsommar. It's from the same director of Hereditary, which I just showed you a few minutes ago. Really, really good movie. Really bizarre movie, too. I really enjoyed this movie. It's definitely one of my favorite movies from last year. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a really, really good movie. I remember seeing it, and it's definitely one of the best movie theater going experiences I've ever had in my life. Man on Fire, pretty good movie. Then we have the Moonrise Kingdom Criterion. I like the cover for this one. Another Wes Anderson movie. I enjoy that one. Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou is a Wes Anderson movie I forgot to mention. Then we have the Nightcrawler Best Buy exclusive Mondo Steelbook. Really cool Steelbook. Really good movie. I've only seen it once back in 2017 when I first watched it. I really enjoyed it. That's a movie I should definitely give a second watch soon. It's a little tight up here. I'm just going to put it up there for now. Then we have yet another one of my favorite movies from last year, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Awesome movie. I enjoyed it. Although I wouldn't say it's Tarantino's best movie. Pulp Fiction is probably his best movie, which we will get to in a second. But I really enjoyed that movie, though, nonetheless. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This one was alright. Paranormal Activity and Paranormal Activity 2. The first one is the best. The sequel is not bad. I haven't seen the other sequels to Paranormal Activity. I'll probably check them out one day, even though they're kind of crappy movies after the third one, from what I heard. So, yeah. Then we have Pulp Fiction, one of my favorite movies of all time, and in my opinion, Tarantino's best movie. Awesome movie. Then we have A Quiet Place Steelbook. Really cool Steelbook. Really good movie. I enjoyed it. I remember seeing it in theaters and being blown away by it. I can't wait for the sequel, which is coming out next month. I'll definitely check it out when it comes out. Then we have Ralph Breaks the Internet. This is the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, which I have on DVD. Pretty good sequel. Not as good as the first one, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Then we have The Ruins. This one was alright. Ready Player One. Pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. Reservoir Dogs, another Tarantino movie. It's good. Resident Evil. This one is alright. And then we have Saw 1, Saw 2, Saw 3, and Saw 4. I don't have the other Saw movies, but I'll probably get them someday. I think the first one's the best. The second one is my favorite one out of the sequels. Third one's pretty good. I think the third one should have been the last one, and the fourth one was alright. I don't have the other Saw movies, but I'll get them someday. Then we have Schindler's List, a really depressing movie, but a really good movie. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World Steelbook, really cool Steelbook. This is one of my favorite Steelbooks that I own. And a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed this movie. The guy who directed it also directed Baby Driver. Edgar Wright is the director's name, but pretty good movie. I like it. Then we have Secretary. In my opinion, a much better movie than 50 Shades of Grey. Good movie. I liked it. Shame. Really depressing movie, but a very good movie. It's not for everybody, but I recommend giving it a watch if you haven't seen it. I really enjoyed it. The Shape of Water. Great movie. I'm kind of surprised it's actually won Best Picture. I actually didn't think it would win Best Picture at the Oscars back in 2018. But good movie. I enjoyed it. I remember seeing it in theaters back in 2017. Then we have my favorite movie of all time, The Shawshank Redemption. Hands down, my favorite movie of all time. If you've never seen this movie, well, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this movie, but if you haven't seen this movie, stop what you're doing and go watch it. It is a phenomenal movie. It'll blow you away. Snowden, pretty good movie. Then we have A Star is Born, the Encore edition. This is the remake, the 2018 remake, that Bradley Cooper directed. Really good directorial debut for Bradley Cooper. I've never seen the original A Star is Born, but I'll check it out someday, though. Stranger Than Fiction. Picked this one up recently. I still haven't watched it yet. Superbad. This movie is hilarious. This is the Steelbook, by the way. One of my favorite comedies. I watched it for the first time last summer, and it was hilarious. The McLovin scene was hilarious. That was like the best part of the whole movie. Suicide Squad. Don't ask why I own this. It's okay, I guess. It definitely isn't a very good movie, but it's okay. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Probably my favorite Tim Burton movie, probably. I enjoyed it. It's a bloody movie, too. Then we have The Taxi Driver Steelbook, another Martin Scorsese movie, and another one of my favorite movies of all time. I really enjoyed this movie. You talking to me? You talking to me? That's the line that movie is mostly famous for. Then we have Team America, World Police. Hilarious movie. Then we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Steelbook. This is the original. I bought this Blu-ray a while ago. I still haven't watched it yet. I'll probably watch it eventually. I don't know why I never really got around to watching it. Not because I'm scared. It's just I never really got around to watching it. I'll watch it eventually, though. And then we have Top Gun, the 30th Anniversary Edition. I think I've seen this movie before, but I don't think I have. If I have seen it, it must have been a very long time ago. And I probably can't remember, though. And I do apologize for the glare. But I probably will give this movie a watch soon. I can't remember if I've seen it or not. And I know there's a sequel coming out soon. I think it's supposed to come out next month. I'll probably check it out when it comes out. So, yeah. Then we have Toy Story 3. I don't have the first two movies or the fourth one, but I have seen the first two movies and this one. The first two movies are good, and I think this one's probably the best. I don't know about you guys, but I think the third one's my favorite. I haven't seen the fourth one yet, but I hear the fourth one's supposed to be really good. And then we have Tully. Not a bad movie. Then we have The Virgin Suicides, Criterion. I enjoyed this movie. I never did read the book that this movie was based on, but I enjoyed it for what it was. And it's a good directorial debut for Sofia Coppola, who was the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola, who directed all three of the Godfather movies. Waltz with Bashir, a fantastic adult animated movie. Definitely give this one a watch if you haven't seen it. It's really, really good. And the last one for my movies, we have Watchmen, the director's cut. Pretty good movie. I know the Ultimate Edition is on 4K, but I don't have a 4K player. But I'm sure I'll check it out someday, the Ultimate Edition of this movie. And lastly, we have my TV shows. So we're going to start off with my TV shows. We have Better Call Saul Season 4. This is the spinoff to Breaking Bad. Which, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, I'm sure a lot of you have seen Breaking Bad. Definitely check it out. I do have the first 3 seasons of this show on DVD, but I have this season on Blu-ray. Pretty good show, but I think Breaking Bad is better, but this is still a good show nonetheless. I cannot wait for season 5, which is coming out pretty soon. It comes out on the 23rd of this month, so it's coming out pretty soon. I cannot wait for season 5. And then we have Boardwalk Empire, the complete first season, and Boardwalk Empire, the complete second season. And if we go down here, we have, this one's backwards, the complete third season, the complete fourth season, and the complete fifth season, which is the final season. Really great HBO series, really good mobster show. Steve Buscemi does a great job in it. And if you haven't seen this show, I recommend it. It's really good, and it's pretty violent too. And then we have The Deuce, the complete first season, and The Deuce, the complete second season. I recommend this show if you like the movie Boogie Nights. It's really good. It's too bad it only had 3 seasons, but I enjoyed this show for what it is. But I think the first season was probably the best season. I don't know when season 3 is supposed to come out on Blu-ray, but I'll get it when it comes out, maybe. But I will get season 3 whenever it comes out. And then we have Game of Thrones, the complete first season. Game of Thrones, the complete second season. Game of Thrones, this one's backwards again, the complete third season. I do not have seasons 4 through 8, but I think I'll get them someday. I'm kind of debating if I should get the rest of this series in that complete series box set they have on Blu-ray. I'll probably get it when it goes down a price. But Game of Thrones is a good show. I enjoyed it, although I didn't really like the last season. I thought the last season was terrible. But I enjoyed it for what it is, for what the series was. Although, well, minus the last season. And lastly, we have Westworld Season 1, The Maze, and Westworld Season 2, The Door. I loved the first season. I thought the first season was amazing. Season 2 was alright. It was really confusing, but it was okay, I guess. And I cannot wait for Season 3. It's coming out next month. I hope Season 3 will be better than Season 2. But yeah. I'm actually currently rewatching the first season because Season 3 will be coming out pretty soon. It's coming out next month. So, yeah. But anyways, that's it for my Blu-ray collection video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, please leave a comment below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you want me to do another collection video, let me know in the comments below. I'll probably do my DVD collection next. Although I don't take requests to do videos. But if I make another collection video, it'll probably be my DVD collection. So once again, thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.